Today, we are going to explore a fascinating and at the same time intriguing theme, North Korea. This country is shrouded in mystery, isolation, and secrecy over 10 strange things that only exist in this hermetic country. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any new content. Prohibitions and social control. In North Korea, prohibitions and social control are an integral part of daily life. From strict rules about haircuts to stringent regulations on the love life and clothing, the North Korean government exercises meticulous control over its citizens. Moreover, the three-generation prison policy is one of the most draconian, punishing not just the accused individual, but also their family, extending up to 3 generations. Ban on blue jeans and Western clothes. Have you ever imagined living in a country where you are not allowed to wear your favorite jeans or your football team's shirt? Well, in North Korea, that's the reality. Leader Kim Jong-un explicitly banned the use of blue jeans and Western clothing, considering them an unwanted influence and a manifestation of American culture. This prohibition covers not only imported clothes, but also t-shirts with foreign messages or symbols. Citizens are required to dress according to the standards set by the state. That emphasize the use of traditional Korean clothes, such as the hanbok, no television, phone, or internet connection, the strict policy and ubiquitous to ban television and internet. It represents an essential pillar of governmental control over information and communication in North Korea, in force for decades. This highly restrictive policy is its primary objective to isolate the country from the outside world and exercise strict control over the narrative presented to its citizens. The regime's decision to ban access to these media serves multiple purposes. Firstly, it allows the government to regulate the flow of information and limit access to external influences that might question the state propaganda. By restricting access to foreign media and the internet, the authorities ensure a firm grip on the narrative, ensuring the preservation of the state ideology and what is even more crucial, the maintenance, the upkeep of the worship, the personality of the leaders. Dates in North Korea. Next, let's see what the romantic life of North Koreans is like. You'll be surprised to discover what I'm about to tell. The love life of North Koreans is totally different from what you have in mind. They don't go to the movies together, nor do they have any form of dating activities, except for walking the streets with their hands still. And as always, your love life is heavily influenced by the country's unique social and political context. Citizens tend to be careful when engaging in romantic activities due to possible surveillance and imminent punishment. Encounters between foreigners are discouraged, as the regime considers relationships with foreigners as a potential to the risk for safety. Ban on menstrual products. There is no use of menstrual products. We warn you that this will shock you. Women in North Korea do not know what a sanitary pad is and have never seen one before, despite the fact that sanitary pads were invented in 1988. Due to the country's isolation, many things may have changed, but according to the testimony of women who are fortunate enough to leave the country, they narrated how they use cloths and used towels, which they constantly wash to reuse them the following month. It seems very unhygienic and extremely uncomfortable. We're not in the Stone Age. Women should have the right to feel protected and clean. Strictness in the regulation of haircuts and hygiene. When one thinks of the hair of North Koreans, one immediately thinks of their leader, Kim Jong-un. It is a relief that no one dares to cut their hair like him. Honestly, I don't believe that anyone wants to be in North Korea. Hairstyles and personal hygiene are subject to strict control and regulation as part of the country's cultural norms. The government imposes specific guidelines for haircuts with the aim of promoting conformity and project a specific image of the ideal citizen. These rules affect both men and women and children. Only 28 approved haircuts are allowed. Of these, only 10 are for men and 18 are for women. These laws are enforced through state media, posters, and regular inspections by local authorities. The punishment of 3 generations. Imagine that your uncle steals an apple and that, because of him, your whole family goes to jail. Maybe he regrets and returns the apple, but that doesn't matter, because the punishment extends to the whole family up to 3 generations. This is especially sad, because his elderly parents and his children will also be in prison serving a sentence for a crime they have no idea about. This is exactly what happens in North Korea. But unlike your uncle who steals an apple, the 3-generation imprisonment policy mainly applies to people who are seen as enemies of the state or those who have committed political crimes. This rule not only holds the accused accountable for his actions, but it also extends the punishment to your immediate family, covering at least 3 generations. Without religion. It's surprising in any way, especially for a nation that sees its leaders as gods. Why do they need another god? It is known that before achieving total power in 1948, Kim's second son was born to a Christian mother, Kang Ban-seok. He also admitted to attending religious services as a child, finding them boring. Perhaps that's why he ensured that no one in North Korea would be bored like him. Due to the ideology of Juche that promotes self-sufficiency and the cult of personality around the Kim family, the government discourages any form of organized religion, and those who practice their faith face severe persecution. So what do you think of these curiosities about North Korea? Leave your opinion in the comments below and share this video with your friends. Tell your friends so they too can learn more about this peculiar country. Thank you for watching and see you in the next hidden story to be unraveled.